Hey guys, my name is Austin Naveau, and I'm the artist and creator behind Austin Naveau Art on Instagram. Some of you may have found out about me through Instagram, some through YouTube, and I just want to thank everybody for joining me and supporting me over these past few months. That's really why I wanted to make this video in the first place, was to try and give back to the people that maybe are just starting out. You're a younger artist, you haven't had time to really, develop these skills, and these are some things that I wish I would have known earlier on in my development, and I feel like it would have really helped me grow as an artist faster, sooner. So, also, I still have a lot to learn. I'm hoping some of you can teach me some things. Maybe when you see me drawing something, call it out in the video. I'm all for critiques and feedback. That's how I improve, is from bouncing ideas and getting people's reactions to things that I'm doing, and trying to get a real feel for how people perceive my art. Criticism can be hard sometimes, but it's what helps us grow. So thanks again. Hope you enjoy the video. So for today's video, I wanted to start with just a simple portrait drawing. And it's really important with portraits, well, faces in general really, to have some rules in place as far as where should you put the eyes, where should the nose sit. All these things are very essential when it comes to giving your portrait some structure. So today I'm going to be using the iPad Pro with Procreate, and let's see here. We're going to start with just a simple circle. Now on Procreate, if you're using Procreate and following along, you can just go ahead and, ooh, that is a thick line. We're just going to go ahead and, boom, make a circle. Now it can be wonky. Procreate's going to handle that for you. Turns it into an oval. If you want a perfect circle, which we do, you can just tap down with any finger and it'll make a perfect circle for you. And you can scale that up by moving your pen around a little bit. Right about there looks good. Boom. Because the sides, you can extend them out, but the sides are essentially going to be how wide our head is. So from there, we need to find our center line. So it's very easy to do that. Just go to the top of the circle and right about there. And then go ahead, if you're on Procreate, bring that straight down and hold. And then it will make a straight line for you. If you tap, it'll make a perfectly straight line. It'll snap to different angles. See there, up and down, then 45. So, but like I said, this is going to measure the height of our head. So if you bring it down, depending on the type of character that you're trying to make, if you're trying to follow along, just try to get as close as possible. But right about there looks good. Because remember, all in here is going to be, you got the chin, you got the mouth, that kind of stuff. So you got to leave room for all that. Next, I like to just go ahead and level off the head with a nice chin line. And then from there, that's a little wonky. Let's make that better. Oh, there we go. Sorry, it's been a long day. Now, from there, we can do the jawline. The jawline is the next thing that I like to move to. It's just easy to go from here to here and figure out where you want that jawline to end at. So we're going to bring it up. Depending on what kind of character you're making, always keep that in mind. If you're drawing a younger character, you might want to bring it in more. If you're drawing a stronger character, you might have a big old chin like that, something. But until you get comfortable with these proportions, I suggest keeping it in the realm of reality. It would be helpful. So from here, it's easier to drop down from the top or the side of the head. We're going to go ahead and boom, connect that. And boom, connect that. Oops. Not trying to be perfect, but I can be a little bit of a perfectionist when it comes to these lines, even though this is just like a simple sketch layer. You can always do line work over this layer. So from here, we essentially have our basic head shape. So you can, depending on how you like to see things, if it helps you, it helps me to put some ears on it. I don't know why. I just like, I don't know. I just like to see the ears on them. What can I say? Makes it look more like a head to me. And you'll figure these things out, as you play with it more, that kind of thing. So Sometimes I'll also draw the neck to. Well, now there's no mistaking it. That is definitely a person. It could have been an acorn before. I don't know. How many acorns have ears and a neck? Not many. So from there, one tip for this too with the neckline. For some reason, I always struggle with the neckline. If you make one side drop down further than the other, it just looks a little bit more natural. I don't know why. There you go. That's another tip for you. Put that in your pocket. So from here, you can move on. I like to do the mouth. Most of my people pretty serious, so let's do like a straight line. Boom. Menacing. Now, like to drop the nose, because you don't want to like paint yourself into a corner and like not leave room for something like a nose. Depending on how you draw your noses. Boom, boom, boom. Oop. Here we go. Oh my gosh. All right. Couple lines, we got a nose. Now from here, you can place your eyes down, because now that we have kind of using the nose as a guideline, you can kind of measure things out. And I do a lot of like, okay, from here to here, from here to here. Those types of things help in getting things placed to where they look right. Because, I mean, this person could easily, have eyes anywhere. Like, I mean, you start losing that reality, like I said in the beginning, but in an anime, I mean, these things could be, watch. I mean, who says they can't be up here? Not me. Who says they can't be down here? Not me. If you can make it look right, they can be anywhere. That's the the awesome creative freedom as an artist. So after that, maybe give him some eyebrows so he stops looking so creepy. For some reason, like these characters without eyebrows, they get a little hard to look at sometimes. So we're going to go ahead and hook him up with some eyebrows. There we go. Already coming together. Just a few lines. We're what? 6 minutes in. Yeah. That's how quick. If you have these measurements, you can see the eyes kind of fall center of the face. I mean, most of the time. When you're playing with, more realistic proportions, center of the face. And that's what we're doing today. So far, let's just recap. What have we done? We made a circle. Boom, that's one step. We made a line. Boom, that's 2 steps. We did a chin. We drew out the jawline. We connected the head to the jawline. We made a mouth. We made a nose. We made some eyes. We made some eyebrows. I forgot the neck and the ears, but those are bonus steps because we didn't need those right away. It just made us feel better. All right, get rid of all that. Now, from here, we can maybe add some hair. For some reason, I struggle with hair. I've had this same hairstyle for several years. My girlfriend won't let me change it, but I like it. So most of my characters end up having my hair, honestly, and that's fine. Hey, this guy's about to have my hair. So boom, give him a little bop, little swoop-de swoop. I mean, hair you can like kind of get crazy with it. I don't know. Sure. Good enough for me. But now you'll notice we need to make that hair line. So kind of curve, boom, drop it in, give him those little sideburns that you always wanted. Drop it in. Same kind of mirroring. Once you get one side the way you like it, just mirror the other side. So yeah, I mean that's like flat face, no details. You got a general idea. Again, this is just the sketch layer. We can add another line layer if we want. Really start adding those details in. This is, I mean, things like this, like the inner ear and things like that. These are details. These aren't necessary to get the the shape of the character in place, you know. Even things like clothing and stuff like that. A lot of times you'll draw the underlying, you know, strip down, no detail. You don't need abs, you don't need muscles, you don't need to show any of that. Just stripped down version of the body that you can place things on top of. Especially with digital, when you're working with layers, you have that freedom. So use it. Don't limit. You know, it took me a while to get out of that sketchbook mindset when I switched to digital. Your options are limitless with digital for the most part. I mean, you can really cheat if you want. You can copy. You know, sometimes I will struggle with one eye. I mean, a lot of people do that. A lot of people will draw one eye beautifully, and the other eye looks like some massacre happened on it or something like that. So, you know, for this purpose, like if I wanted to, like, wasn't happy with this eye, maybe it doesn't match up 100% for me with the other eye, which it doesn't, you can drop it down a little bit. You know, that would take me, I mean, not long on a sketchbook, but it'd be messy. So that's just one of the reasons too why I've really quickly fallen in love with digital art. I just got my iPad, that's all I need. I can take it with me, I'm on the go, I'm good. So yeah, I mean, that's for the most part. I'm trying to think if there's any other, you know, tips for just drawing a simple face. I think I'll just go ahead and go into some details for you. Maybe go ahead and do some things like that. As far as if you want to draw eyes, there's tons of different ways to draw eyes. You can draw simple looking eyes. You can just do this if you want. Just do these little circles. Me recently, what I've started doing is I've kind of gone. I don't know if you guys watch the show My Hero Academia with it. Do some curves, some Deku eyes, and draw some. Maybe I always like to do that little white anime dot. I don't know, those little light highlights. It adds a little character to the drawing for me. And got another one on the other side. Now, my hair is shaved short on the sides. You can represent that in a number of ways. When I'm just doing sketch, I'll do like lines like this, just horizontal lines. But typically what I'll do when I do it in color is I'll just do like a lighter shade of whatever hair color I do on top. And that usually looks quite nice. So yeah, from there, that's all I have for this video, guys. Again, this is my first one. I am still learning these things. Catch me on Instagram, Austin Neveau, AUSTINNEVEAU_art. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, you know, all those things. Also, if you like the video, please subscribe. And yeah, stay tuned for more.